Welcome back to another guy party. This is our pre-Thanksgiving night before episode that's going to be posted at a later date. I am Brad Keller.
Michael Benjamin.
Brandon Parrott.
Eric Burns.
So, Brandon, you're going to start us off tonight. What do you got for us?
So tomorrow is Thanksgiving. By the time you hear this, it'll be after that. But we want to start off tonight by saying what we're thankful for, because that's the tradition of Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the Indians and the Pilgrims did. The Indians and the Pilgrims came together and said that what they were thankful for, and then Christopher Columbus raped them all. And that's what happened.
Rape. Michael Benjamin. Rape.
So, I am thankful.
Just do it.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for prostitutes. I mean, I haven't had the beautiful experience of indulging yet.
As I have.
You've had a prostitute?
No, not really.
Oh.
Oh. Well,
Just
damn it, I
married.
thought there was a story there. But
You wish.
I will say that you'll hear this on a future episode, I hope, that I am going to experience that at some point. It is a bucket list item for me. So that's what I'm grateful for this season. Prostitutes.
All right. Well, I don't mean to be a dick, but for the listeners that don't know you, what type of prostitute are you going to get, male or female?
Fair enough. Fair question. I'm getting a lady,
Yes.
not a lady man.
A lady dressed up as a man?
No, just a lady.
Could have fooled me.
Boobies, vagina, no balls.
Why was the boobies like questioning?
Can't they remove, like, dick and balls now?
Yeah, they can. It's called transgender.
But see, I like natural boobies. Like,
So you'll know.
yeah, see, like, and again, we'll totally dive into this a little deeper when I actually bang a prostitute.
Yes.
Can't wait.
I can't wait.
You guys. I mean, Jesus, I've got a calendar.
Please bring us
Don't bring
pictures.
Jesus into it. Jesus. Jesus.
You know this is a PC fucking pod now.
Christ.
So.
I mean,
Why don't
Right.
you just get one of both, and then like you can always have him play Xbox or something,
who,
and
Jesus?
then maybe if you get the feeling.
Yeah, no, a tranny fucking
Like a-
prostitute.
I mean,
Oh,
like,
okay. That
I
makes
mean,
sense.
are you talking about me getting a male prostitute and paying him to just play Xbox while I bang another female prostitute?
No, a
Yeah.
tranny. Well,
Can you buy tranny prostitutes?
I'm sure Vegas is probably full of fucking.
Oh yeah, then
weirdos.
definitely get a tranny and a woman. You never know.
Yeah,
And then
It's Vegas.
what's a tranny doing in this whole?
Anything you
Well,
want,
that's
brother.
what
Anything you
time will tell.
just have him in the corner doing the chicken dance while you're fucking the actual female.
Okay,
it'll make
see,
you last longer.
God damn it, you stole my thoughts. You're absolutely right. That would make me last longer because I'd be like banging the real prostitute, and then I'd see the chicken dancing tranny in the corner, and I would be completely distracted. I don't even know if I could keep a boner through that.
I don't know. What if he has a bigger dick than you, and then
It's
you
the
just get
game.
defeated, and then you're like, all right, let's just all go out for Chinese or something.
Let's go.
I actually hear they have really good Thai food in Las Vegas, so. But I kind of feel like
You could just have your prostitute make some.
Yeah.
I'm sure they know some good recipes.
some Korean barbecue.
see, that's implying that I would go for an Asian prostitute, which
They don't have to be an Asian. They're in the cahoots together.
that's not my
Oh.
type though. That's my type is not Asian.
All right, what is your type? Like size tits, colored hair. Give
If
it
you were
to
gonna
us.
get a transsexual,
Yeah, how would you prefer your tranny?
Smaller dick than me.
do you think that's a checklist? Like when you're mail ordering this,
Cock size.
I need to see this dick beforehand because I don't want to be, surprised or
You
anything.
get your text message. It's like a dick.
The voicemail you get early in the morning, as soon as you wake up, it's like, no, sir, don't worry. Our lady boys are 3 inches and below.
They never
3
get
inch?
hard.
3 inches below, I can manage that. I can, but I'm not gonna pay for like some extra like man boy to be in the corner. And it's just that's a waste of money to me. If it's a buy one get one, whatever.
Then you try it. I don't know. It sounds,
If it can make good Chinese food,
yeah, have it cooked China while you're banging out.
that's right.
Actual broad.
But no, my type is more like brunette, shorter than me.
Now, why shorter than you?
You know,
What's
it's just
that about?
I don't know. It's a preference.
Are you a sizist?
I'm asking because I kind of agree with you. I like the whole shorter than you thing.
I don't know what I can't
I don't
explain.
have that issue.
I can't explain it. Yeah, you're fucking like 6'8".
Okay, giant. Sorry, we can't all be giant.
Yeah, that's true.
Like okay, so I mean you don't have that issue, but if there were a 7-foot chick, would you go to town?
I think it'd be kind of fun to get tossed around. I've never met anybody toss me around.
That's
Dude,
true.
Especially abroad.
By who? China?
Dude, I jerked off to the porn, China's porn.
She's dead now.
I know, but she wasn't dead when I jerked off to her. And I think
Sure.
I jerked off post-mortem as well, so.
I you know what,
In
honestly,
memoriam.
Yeah.
honestly,
God
I
rest her
can't.
soul.
I have no qualms about that.
Did you ever see any of her porn?
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh, dude, like when I was a kid.
Hold up.
She
She
had this
did
huge
porn?
tit- Yeah, man. I was
Oh,
always
yeah.
kind of like,
Before she died, she was in a high budget, you might want to say, version of like an Avengers, and she was She-Hulk.
yeah,
Huh.
dude, check it
I
out.
didn't know.
Oh, I can see that. I can
Okay,
totally
I'm sorry,
see
but
that.
I just realized that the so-called whatever that chick's name, Black China, that she calls herself, is so not like China. Because if she wants to be like China, fine, she can be the black version of China, but she's not even being the younger version of China because China is more very built, masculine, beefy.
Who's Black China?
Well, when
Black China is like that. Whatever.
There's a black China?
You've never heard of the Black China, the model or whatever she is?
Is she the one that's married to
she was the
Ice-T?
one- No. She was the
No,
one that was
it's
dating
Uh.
She was the one that was dating the Kardashian brother or whatever the hell.
There's a brother
Nicki
of the
Minaj
Kardashian?
raps about her.
Yeah, you guys are really that out of the circle.
I don't-
You don't jerk off to Rob Kardashian and Black China.
I really totally don't jerk off to Rob Kardashian.
You don't even know he exists, so of course you don't.
Here, hold on. I'm gonna give you guys an excerpt of the She-Hulk China fucking video real quick. Let's get some audio on this shit. But
Sounds good to me.
yeah, man, when I was a kid, I don't know, I was seeing this broad with her tits half hanging out, and
Well, after she had her jaw surgery, like she looked more feminine
yeah.
because she used to look like. a
I never thought
bulldog.
she looked very feminine ever.
Well, you never saw her before she had her surgery.
Before she had her surgery?
Yeah, it's
Which was when? When did she have the surgery?
I just remember her from the
98.
I remember her from the Triple X days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the first Degeneration X.
Degeneration X, right.
When it was just Shawn Michaels, Triple H, and her,
Mm-hmm.
that's when she was still looking pretty masculine because she had to be on some sort of human growth hormone or something like that, and I'm sure that she had to shave. She had a very defined chin line,
Mm-hmm.
very masculine.
She could have had a goatee going pretty
What?
hardcore.
Wasn't she married to Triple H?
She wasn't married, but he used to date for a long time.
All right on.
Yeah. He got very offended when people.
But he's going out. He's married to like Stephanie McMahon now,
Oh,
right?
yeah. They never. They buried China after he cheated on her with Stephanie McMahon during a story.
Now is this like a WWE like story
Well-
line that's going on, or is this like real like?
Yeah, this is actual real life.
Shit.
He started like.
Hang on, we got porno.
Oh, well, hold on.
He had a storyline where
Never mind.
it was him starting to date
Oh,
Stephanie.
I guess this is like the highlights.
And he was still with China at the time, and no brainer, lost his daughter. They start getting closer and closer and closer. Suddenly, China's.
Oh, China.
Brad, are you getting hard over there?
Dude, I told you guys I got something for her. Hold on. I'm gonna,
You know, chub
that was
going?
like the highlights. So hold on. I'm gonna get her fucking munching on some pussy. Now the blonde here is pretty hot. And to all our listeners, if you haven't watched China is She-Hulk, you should definitely check it out.
Free on Pornhub.
Yeah, Pornhub.
Okay.
Oh, dude, it's got like the Marvel crawl and everything.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, shit. Hang on, I'm gonna move.
Of course this is vacation, Sue. Does it seem like work?
Yes, it does. You're in your uniform, and I'm in mine. We're making public appearances. Just because no one has tried to kill us, that doesn't make it a vacation.
I feel like the
Solid acting.
writing in porn
Solid
really,
Here,
really
will you try to
grown.
find a movie or musical?
Oh yeah.
You like that sort of thing, don't you? Are we expecting someone?
No, hopefully it's Dr. Doom.
Hopefully.
Can I help you? Oh, sorry. Oh,
Which one of these
Is one
bitches
of
is
them
China?
supposed to be China?
No, I don't know. Hold on.
If so, then no fucking way.
Maybe you should have figured
Nope.
this
Oh,
out.
there
There
she
she
is.
is.
There we go. I see the green one. There's a green one.
you can help me?
I'm not sure. I've tried to cure your cousin several times, but every time he transforms, the condition mutates.
That's the last of him I'll see for the next few days.
Anyway, everybody, yeah, so,
Oh, here we go.
yeah, China, get it, girl.
She's gonna get green all over that pussy.
And she does, see it? See the smudges? Some nice tits. Why are you touching my leg, Michael Benjamin?
I didn't realize that it was your leg.
Alright, so anyway, everyone, yeah, if you guys want to watch the fucking China is She-Hulk, just go to Pornhub. It's pretty amazing,
Yeah,
obviously.
as long as you don't have to sit through and see China naked.
Whatever, dude. She's got some stellar titties.
She has a huge clip.
Which was
Rest in peace.
used to be a
Rest in
penis.
peace. Alright, so
Which
Bronze,
also rests in peace.
what are you thankful for?
Be one whole piece now, it's just two.
To be perfectly honest, I am really thankful that I haven't had any kids yet. Or gotten any STDs.
Yeah. That's always good.
I don't know the last time that you've had to go out and buy condoms.
It's been a while.
They're fucking expensive.
Yeah.
I'm thankful.
That shit should be more affordable.
Yeah, you would think if you don't want to have, unplanned pregnancies, you want to lower STDs,
Yeah.
and they could just, you're going in there to get pizza rolls or something, they're like, here's a box of condoms.
They're like $17.
Yeah.
You know.
I did see a new thing though. I swear, I'm pretty sure it was either some Asian doctor or scientist or something like that. Has had a breakthrough in male
Birth control.
birth control that's not invasive or anything like that. We don't have to get your fucking balls fucking chopped off or anything like that.
Is it a pill?
It's I forget what it was. It was some kind of thing that they
Is it like an
haven't done.
injection?
They haven't successfully done human trials yet, but it's been successful in mice and all that shit for males. So it's I don't know.
But I wonder what,
They're saying it's something to where it's no side effects that are
yeah, okay.
bad at all. Like it's so much more safer than getting under the knife for a woman or a man or anything like that.
Was it
Or
China
taking a
porn?
pill. No, it was like
Hey, China porn, I could
Dude, it was a
complete
legit thing.
without trouble.
Where they're starting to, where they want to try to get people human trials getting going right now.
So,
And
Bronze.
it's gonna work.
You said yet. Are you planning on having a litter in the future?
I mean, you never know where the world's going to take you.
Well, yeah, I don't think.
But right now, I'd rather not.
Yeah.
I mean, there's days that I don't want to be here, much less have another fucking mouth to feed and go through the world that we've got to live in.
True that.
So I'm very thankful that, so far I haven't been incredibly sexually active, but when I have the
Pulled out
rhythm method,
The rhythm method.
just worked out.
Yes.
perfectly.
But you've rolled the dice. You've totally rolled the dice,
Oh
right?
yeah.
But he's got the rhythm method down. Rhythm method.
Pull out king.
Yes.
But I mean, I think everybody has those moments where they're like waiting for that text to come in.
Oh,
from a
yeah.
girl.
Well, I mean, everybody's right there in the moment. You have these moments of extreme passion, and then it's like, fuck it. I'm getting her pregnant.
Blow that
and
load,
then,
bro.
And then you don't get. Like,
And then,
even
after you get off, you're like,
What the fuck was I thinking?
Should have probably thought that one through.
I had
You're,
trouble.
you can't think
you're
through a passion,
forearm
that's-
deep into
I mean,
her, like, God damn it, get out of there.
I had trouble keeping the cat alive. Now I got a fucking kid on the way.
yeah. I could barely take care of a tortoise.
I mean, have you ever had that situation where you fucking broken the condom,
Oh yeah.
but you only had one condom?
No.
I've had that situation where I'm down to my last condom and I fucking broke the condom. And then what are you gonna do? Stop fucking?
Well, were you sober? Because if I was sober, I would stop.
Just stop fucking altogether.
Well, I mean, did you complete already, or
No.
Oh, well, never mind.
Come on,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's like, no, never mind.
Who the hell would ever stop? You would lie.
Yeah,
You would say that it's still there or it's fine. Or
You just
whatever.
got to have a good rhythm.
It would
method.
be totally Seth Rogen all over on what that movie was again.
Knocked Up?
Yeah, Knocked Up. It was
Yeah.
like, what? It's broken? Grab another one? Or what? Do it anyway? Okay.
No, I think in that one he hadn't even grabbed one yet, and he was gonna get one, and she's like,
Just
fucking
do it.
just do it.
already. Yeah,
Just do it. Just do it. And he didn't know that meant just like fuck her and then pull out.
I wonder how many dude, that's got to be like a majority of the unplanned births, just like passion straight pounding in the moment, like getting caught up into it. You know, I don't get laid enough. So yeah, that's a good thing to be thankful for.
I'm incredibly thankful. And, I mean, not only the child thing, but, I mean, STDs are rampant. You
Yeah,
never
no
know.
shit.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, it doesn't matter what somebody
I am
looks like.
totally thankful I don't have a serious one.
I mean, there's only a couple serious ones nowadays anyway. Most of them you just go to the doctor, take some antibiotics, you're fine.
Yeah.
So here, I don't know, I've never had one.
So Michael, what are you thankful for? I know it felt weird coming off the tongue. Michael Benjamin, what are you thankful for?
Well, I personally am thankful that I know the truth of life, and that, the matter of fact is that I can't wait to be away from all you motherfuckers, because death is looming, and it is looming quickly. Not quick enough, to be honest. And no, I can't just kill myself.
That sounds bronze as fuck.
Wrong, dude. No, it's definitely not Burns as a motherfucker. It's
That was
Okay,
Eric
maybe a
Burns
little-
circa 2000.
Yeah.
maybe a little, maybe a little Burns.
But
Maybe a
Burns is
little
talking
Burns.
about litters, and it's a different time.
Because, it is a truth of life that we're all going to die one day, and everyone worries about it constantly. And whether they like to admit they do or not, they're thinking about it on a 24/7 basis. Maybe not directly, but indirectly, they are subsequently, it's fucking them up enough to where they're like, oh, worrying about this and worrying about that, and this fucking kid, or this job, or this relationship, or this goddamn shoe with this hole in it, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, everyone's like worrying about whether or not they're going to get hurt, or, not be able to, feel this success in life. And I'm just like, you know what? Can't wait for that shit to go away so you can know what the next level is. I don't really personally think there is a next level, but still, knowing that there won't be any more of this so-called thing we call happiness in life isn't really happy. It's just, dredging along until we finally get to the numb that isn't anymore.
So, speaking of happiness, have you guys noticed how it's kind of shoved down your throat nowadays into society? you have to be happy, or if you're not happy, you're shit. Kind of, I don't know, like everything's gotta be happy constantly, 24/7. If you're not
Gotta
happy,
be positive, man. If
well,
you're not
yeah,
positive,
but
then you're
what
bringing
is?
everyone down.
How can you always be positive throughout life? Because life is a fucking grind, man.
No, honestly, like I see like so much negativity, and maybe it's because I see like I go on Facebook and I read the comment section too much.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, any type of thread, you're gonna get so much negative bullshit.
Yeah, it just seems like everybody's fucking bummed
Well,
out.
maybe the happiness thing. Well, what I guess what I'm getting at is kind of like a fabricated type thing, and everyone's supposed to be that. And if you're not, because like Facebook, you can take the most miserable motherfucker and you can look at their thread and they can doctor up their life like they're happy. So I guess it's kind of like drill. Or maybe I'm just on a different fucking plane. I don't fucking know.
I mean,
Well-
fuck, man, you think of any sort of advertising. All of advertising is being happy.
Exactly.
Like, you drink beer to be happy.
Yeah.
You don't see a Bud Light commercial where it's some guy getting off of, a 12-hour shift and pounding 15 of them and going to bed alone.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what? That's what they should do, though. That's how they really real people out.
Fuck, even the Valtrex commercials, motherfuckers are on beaches with smiles on their faces.
Yeah, and
Who's happy with herpes? I wouldn't be.
I can't even afford to
I
get
mean, maybe you, but
Yeah.
but if you had Valtrex, so you might be happy.
I mean, it's not like I could go fuck abroad because I'd have to explain to them I'd have herpes.
Guys, I think we're overlooking the fact that maybe these pharmaceutical companies have made these pills good enough to where they can tweak your fucking memory and make you forget that you have herpes. So, bam, that's what makes you happy when you're on those pills.
That's called alcohol, bro.
Yeah, but also,
yeah. That too, yeah.
if you're having enough sex, you have to worry about how much herpes you have. You're probably pretty happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably true. You don't.
Because if you have
you're not
herpes,
caring about the
then,
herpes.
you
You're
know-
just worried about when am I getting laid again.
Yeah, if you have herpes and you're fucking, one person every 2 years, and you don't really care that you have herpes. You don't
Yeah.
care about the flare-ups. It gives you something to do.
Just don't pick those motherfuckers.
Yeah, just pick at your sores. That's my Saturday.
Well, and I think we pick at those things just to have something to do and pick at. If you completely have nothing at all to do, and you're like, whoa, I got a scab here. I bet if I pick it, 15 minutes later, I'll have to do something about that.
You look like your fucking goddamn genital region looks like a breakout of the chicken pox. Hey, baby. You like that?
It's an ingrown hair.
Yeah, that's all it is. Just keep sucking.
Nah, that doesn't work. Trust me.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
What about you, Brad, though? What are you thankful for?
Oh God, I don't know. Star Wars, I guess. I can't wait for the new movie.
That's an easy one, though.
I'm a shallow motherfucker. All I give a shit about is my beers, Star Wars, and my turtles. So yeah, there's not
That's
much
all
to
you
me.
need to say, bro.
Yeah, that's all I need.
Speaking of turtles, I was watching this Nat Geo fucking thing of these Ama people or something in Brazil or something, and they were like doing this little documentary of them. Documentary, yeah. They were going to they woke up very in the morning, and the first thing they fucking did was go and take all of their tortoises down to the fucking, water or whatever to take a bath. And it was fucking awesome, dude.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
all of them had, like, a big-ass fucking tortoise, and it was and they were just, like, putting them in there and letting them fucking do the thing and fucking chill out.
You'd be surprised, man.
It's
Tortoises
cool.
got personalities. They really do. They're kind of like, cats and dogs. They got their own little unique personality.
Speaking of tortoises, has my little girl got fucked yet?
She has.
Really?
Yes, and hopefully in the springtime I get some eggs from her.
Can we clarify this for our listeners?
I used to have a tortoise named Barnaby, and she isn't actually a little girl.
Yeah, good call there, bro.
Might want to, yeah.
And by the way, we want to throw out anything we say on this pod. We've been drinking a lot, so We're just being silly. So don't
Bruns
take it
doesn't have a
serious.
daughter that he's wishing has been fucked.
Yeah, 'cause if you were paying attention earlier, yeah,
Not
he's
that we-
thankful
not
for
that we
not
know
having a
of.
little- yeah.
Not that we
I'm
know of.
thankful that I haven't had a little kid that's being fucked right now.
Yeah.
I think that's one we can all attest to being thankful for. Isn't that right, fellas?
Yes, I'll drink to that.
Cheers to Kevin Spacey.
Kevin
Guy
Spacey.
party.
Guy party.
Guy party.
Mm-hmm. The beers taste delish. Milwaukee's best ice.
So Michael Benjamin, you were saying earlier that you're thankful. What I took that is that you were kind of thankful for the sweet release of death at some point.
Yes. Yes.
So I have to ask you, if you were given the opportunity for eternal life,
Yes, I would. Yeah, I would take that. 'Cause
Why the fuck
yes,
would you take that?
I want to live as long as possible. I really.
why
do.
would you or why wouldn't you?
Don't get me wrong. I really
in
do.
a
It's a
heartbeat.
dilemma,
Are you fucking kidding me?
but I really do want to live as long as possible. For some
I
reason.
would take it too.
Because I've had this whole curiosity point of view ever since I was a child about, like, you know, where can we go from here? And I don't know, that curiosity has never left me, and I've always been wanting
I
to
want to see it too.
how far
That's
can
exactly-
we go
Mhm.
till we kill ourselves?
Well,
And that's what I'm really excited about.
I wouldn't
It's like-
put that dismal twist on
Well,
it. Mine
no,
would be
but-
just like all the information I could,
Well,
things I could see.
Yeah, me too. I definitely agree with that. But I feel like the information that we're limited to so much right now on this planet can only go so far right now.
And that's the thing with eternal life. You could see potentially exploration on a different planet.
Yeah, but here's the problem with eternal life. Eventually, I mean, you think about it. When you were in your 20s, you had all these friends, you had all this stuff going on. Like, your life was, like, pumped, and shit was going on. You cared about it, right? You cared about things in your 20s. Everybody did.
Everybody has that optimism.
But then you get to your 30s, and it's like suddenly
kicking the
you're
balls.
spending most of your days like just hanging out by yourself, and it's like, I got one more social function to go to. Well, just imagine how that's going to be when all of the people, like, say, you guys, you're all dead. And then I'm just hanging out, and then I get a new group of friends. And the new group of friends, I'll probably, still have some hope for. And then I'll be like, oh, fuck, I get to see these people grow up. And, I get to see their lives and, all this.
You're right.
And all this
Good
stuff's
point.
going to happen. And then eventually they're going to die.
That
And
life's
then
just
you're going to have to
tired.
get new friends.
Yeah.
And then it's going to go on and on forever until you just don't give a shit about anything. And you're
Yeah.
like,
You just
God, I
become
really wish that I could
morose.
die,
Yeah.
but I can't. Or say you get married. Say that you get married and it's like, well, they're dead.
You're outliving your kids, your grandkids, your great grandkids.
Yeah, everybody that you ever loved will die.
That
and
would
you're
suck.
just going to see it.
Never thought of that.
All of your tortoises are going to fucking die.
Don't say that.
You're going to die after your tortoises.
Don't say it.
Not the tortoises!
Not the
Years old.
tortoises.
They're going to die of old age before.
Yeah, fuck that. I don't want eternal life.
Michael Benjamin, what you got?
As much as I can't stop laughing from those comments, I have to agree with you though, Eric. Okay. The more and more as you were talking, I kept on thinking how much of, like, say, I know it's hard to try to put in perspective of, like, what the future might hold, but say I'm like 150 years old or some shit, and I'm like, I've lived and done so many fucking things and learned so many things and how to cook and eat and all these foods and all these people and all these places and all this music and all these movies and all these stories that you've heard. You're like, what else is there? And it's like, unless you really are a fucking interstellar fucking traveler of some sort, there isn't much more you can really get from this. Like, I mean, yeah, life is fucking fleeting, but goddamn, man. You can't get that much more from it then, I guess. And really at that point, I think you're right. Then you'd get so tired that you're like, just please, take me fucking now, man.
Yeah.
I'm done. I can't do anymore.
I mean, honestly, I'm 31 years old. I know that there's things overseas that I haven't seen. I haven't looked at, atop some mountain and seen everything. And it's like, I'm sure that would take my breath away. But it's like, who gives a fuck? I haven't met all these different people, but it's all the same. If you think about it, it's all really the same.
True.
So, I mean, Yeah, you could live forever, and you could meet some extremely giving demon that's going to give you this sort of, blessing that you've got, where all of your organs are functional and you're healthy and stuff like that. I mean, how does eternal life work? Are you going to live exactly how you are now?
But I think that would be the demon, like the eternal life, because you would just grow to a point where you just wanted to die, but you couldn't because you didn't give a fuck after watching so many people you cared about die. Like, that would suck. I never thought about it like that.
But see, and not to get too much into religion, but I think I've never really settled on religion, but I think I lean probably more towards atheism. Because for me, and I'm sure some of our listeners may disagree with this, but for me, the idea of a God seems kind of like a fairy tale. And so the thing that for me like makes the most sense is when you die, nothing happens. And for me, that's a terrifying thought. So I would so much rather deal with boredom and sadness and depression than nothingness.
For eternity?
Yes. Than nothingness.
Sadness like that goddamn, like...
Yeah, fucking Forrest Gump, Benjamin Button, any of them, fucking... all those sad motherfuckers. But here's the thing that I question the rest of the group. You're saying that you're watching your friends die, and I get that. But what if everybody suddenly became immortal? Every one of your friends, every one of your family suddenly became immortal, so you didn't have to watch your loved ones.
I'd be buying a first class ticket to Mars or some other.
Would you go far away as you could possibly get?
Elon Musk put my name on top of that chart, dude. You can use my body or brain for whatever you want.
Fucking marriage would take a whole different goddamn role.
Yeah, you better join the Mormon religion if that's the fucking case.
Till death do us part. We don't fucking die.
Yeah, get some Hugh Hefner action.
Speaking of that, there, real quick, I want to get back to actually something that Brad said about the whole. He made me really think, like, and wish actually that I could believe in karma and or even the reincarnation type deal, because of thinking like, God damn, man, like if that is so bad like that, it would, think of a restart button, to say you learn all this shit, you live it, and then bam, restart, refresh that, back to its original, point that it came from.
Like reincarnation?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It makes me, I used to believe in it, and I wish I could again, but I can't. Logically, how you were talking, Chester, that I agree with you, I am an atheist. But I'm open to evidence of any kind, really, for that matter. And like I said, I'm not trying to get into religion or, any of that type of talk right now either. But it's just such a fantastic and crazy, conversation that it's hard for me to sometimes, know what to really feel. You know what I mean? Throughout life, when you're happy or when you're sad, what would really be the ultimate life to live? To have eternity, and serve and please and do whatever the fuck you want, or not? Because even say if you do have that eternity, you still got to keep on going. You still got to keep on doing things. And say you're 120 years old and you only got $10 in your account and you have no one to care or look after you because they're waiting for you to die and they don't realize you're not gonna die. You know what I mean? And I know. But the whole curiosity thing that I came with was that how fascinating it is to see technology and environmental changes within the society, really evolve to a point where we can make things better and easier for each other. But then when does too easy get to be too easy? You know what I mean?
So speaking of the advancement of mankind, and the idea of eternal life being that you get to see the advancement of mankind.
Separating consciousness into whole nother body or organs, I don't know. I don't know how it can be done, but go on.
But what I'm getting at is I feel like if you had that eternal life, that you would eventually see the downfall and eventual destruction of mankind. And I say eventual, and I mean, I honestly don't think it's that far fucking off.
I'd
The
say
time
100
machine.
years away.
Yeah, I think it's a couple lifetimes.
Yeah,
Have you guys ever seen the movie The Time Machine or read the book The Time Machine by H.G. Wells?
I have not. Is it
Age
good?
is an age.
It is good, but it gives that exact what you just said, Chester, about like basically when you become the seer of the destroyer, the destroyer.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What
It's-
What
That
happens?
we are pretty much basically the.
Well, but what happens if you have eternal life and the planet is destroyed? Do you what happens then?
Well, I think immortality has
Well-
its limits.
Well, all right.
Because, I mean, if your body's blown to bits, I mean, you're fucking gone.
No way, man. Have you seen Monster Squad? The werewolf. He gets blown to pieces and he reconnects.
Yeah, but that just goes back to what I was saying when I said what demon it is. I wasn't talking about like the metaphorical demon. I'm talking about like, okay, so you sell your soul to the devil or whatever, and you're probably not going to talk to the devil. You're probably going to talk to some sort of demon that works for him, like elves and mall Santas and shit.
Jeff Hanneman from Slayer.
Yeah. But it's like, you've got to come to terms. It's like, are you going to age indefinitely, but you still have eternal life? Like, you won't die, but you suffer? Or are you going to, can you pick what age you want to be, and you just stay that age your entire time? Or, I mean, there's so many variables in it that's why it doesn't make much sense, like as far as like living forever with the whole thing of, is there regeneration? Like, do you have a healing factor like Wolverine or something?
Yeah.
Or, you lose an arm and your arm's gone for eternity.
All right. So, but if we were to be granted eternal life and say like you had the option, or you were forced upon to choose it, because I know you wouldn't want it. What age would you pick to roll with?
I would probably pick 21.
Yeah, it'd be pretty sweet age. Yeah.
Wait, 25. There's nothing better.
There you go.
Yeah,
You
you
can
got.
still rent a car.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought you were gonna be 26.
You don't get carded every time you go to
It
buy
doesn't
beer.
matter. Your age is still going to go up in numbers, but it would be a really sticky situation to get in anyway, because it's like you would have to get fake IDs the rest of your entire life. If you would. Like, you're 25 years old, but it says that your birth date was, 1986. And it's like, okay, this isn't fucking Captain America. I've never heard of this guy before. Why is he coming in here with this fake ID? You're not going to get served. You can't even buy cigarettes. They think that you're fucking with them.
Because I'm a capybara.
What age would you pick?
Okay, I guess that was one too many flew over the cuckoo's nest, I guess. I would pick probably 28.
Are we talking about the age you would pick to live forever?
Yes.
35.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind my 30s, so yeah, I'd probably like 30.
Yeah, like
32.
I'm still hanging in there.
Yeah, I
Like
still
my
have
body's
fun.
not totally breaking down yet. It's kind of fat.
I mean, I guess like hangover wise, if the hangovers are going to affect you the same at the age of eternal life, I'd have to go back to 21, 22.
Oh,
Yeah, it's true. I
Yeah.
can go back to when I had hair.
23 and 24 was pretty awesome.
Yes.
23 and 24 was pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
so yeah, I'm going to stay in the 21 to 25 if the hangover. But if you get rid of hangovers, yeah, 32 is cool.
I'll pick 30.
Oh yeah,
But-
no problem right now.
But honestly, though, if you like, let's just say you pick 35 and you have eternal life, then I'm assuming that by eternal life, your liver is never gonna fucking fail on you.
Yeah, but
Well, that goes back to what I was saying.
No.
But-
I don't think that's acceptable.
so what? You get eternal life, but you
No.
can die of lung cancer.
Hold on.
And, all right.
Listen to me. I feel like it needs to be like this: that the eternal part be like, yeah, your body's gonna slowly, stop the function as best it used to be, but you're gonna be able to live forever because your, like replacements are gonna be there.
Are you talking about God?
No,
You're
I'm
going to
talking
live
about health.
forever.
I'm talking about health and medicine.
Milk and honey.
But you have
What do you mean, am I
eternal
talking
life.
about God?
Oh,
what were we all just talking about with the eternal life thing? We weren't
like,
talking
well,
about
I'm
God. I was meaning
organs
like
are gonna
organs are going to
let
replace
down.
themselves. No, they're going to be. Yeah, they're going to. That's the.
Why would they
aging
be
process.
replaced? You have eternal life. Why would you
I-
need organs replaced?
Hold on.
So
Let me-
I
hold
think
on,
we're
let me-
thinking
let
more
me
of a
elaborate.
Wolverine type of thing.
That's what I was talking about.
Yes.
Do you have a regeneration factor?
Yes.
Where
Yeah,
your
so where's
cells
that coming
regenerate?
from then? Where's that coming from?
Eternal life, motherfucker.
I'm saying more of a like a revelation of that people. Remember when you said about people having like, if the whole world or your friends and family were going to be able to have this eternal life thing, then what the fuck would you do? And I said I'd need to go to Mars, obviously. But what I'm saying is that this is coming because of the the advent of like new technologies that are able to be able to fucking 3D print hearts and organs and teeth and whatever you need in a matter of seconds.
So, yeah.
Okay, well, even going off the fact that say that you can 3D print teeth or something, say that you can have a healing factor and you're not going to die. Okay, just imagine how horrible it would be to have eternal life if, say, the planet exploded and then you're floating forever. Or say that you got trapped, like, in a collapsing building and nobody ever got to you and you can't move and you're stuck there for fucking ever until, the fucking trees
That sounds like a really great Wolverine episode.
go through all the fucking cinder blocks.
Could you
and
go
move
and-
them?
So
Insane
it's
with eternal
circumstantial. It's totally circumstantial because in those scenarios, yeah, I would
Basically, with
agree.
eternal life, we
Because just having
developed,
eternal life
a
doesn't mean you have super
horrible
powers that
mental-
you can,
mental
or you
illness.
have super strength. But all you have is eternal life, and just having regenerative properties. That's awesome. But if you don't have claws or super strength, then what does it mean? You're still going to be trapped in human predicaments.
I think
Say
you're
that you're
onto something.
climbing into your crawl space or some shit in your house,
That's
and you
true.
get stuck for fucking 60 years.
No, that would suck. Man found 60 years later under crawl space.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
But my point is that we're talking about what age you would pick, and you want to pick an age where your body regenerates better. But in our 30s, yeah, maybe we have the hangovers and whatnot. But if we're not worried about liver cancer and these sorts of things, we could just drink every fucking day, and then our bodies would adapt and still live because of our regenerative powers.
I had hair in my 20s. I had hair in my 20s.
That's the
I
other,
just-
that's the other thing. That's the other thing that I'm like. But you were talking about I kind of walked in on it, but you were talking about the whole you don't want to be carded for the rest of your life, eternal life kind of a thing.
Yeah.
You don't want somebody to be oh, you look fucking 22. You don't want that the rest of your fucking life. You still want to look old enough to be able to fucking drink, but at the same time not have the fucking genetic or the fucking body issues that you would have in your later 20s, early 30s.
That does make sense that you would want to look old enough that they're not even going to card you, so that they discover the fact that you were born. And
So maybe 26, 27? Is there a mediocre age in there where you're just that kind of hybrid of you still have retained some of your looks, but at the same time look old enough that you're not necessarily getting carded every fucking where you go?
yeah,
I mean,
it's a difference between having hair and making fake IDs for eternity.
yeah.
That's my.
Yeah.
Well, what is it worth to you? Do you want your hair? Is it really worth
I mean, I guess I could get hair plugs after probably 50 years.
Oh, yeah,
Ain't it?
shit. 50 years, you'd be able to fucking grow that shit back.
Or technology would get to the point where it'd just be bloop.
Well, what if you got
But
locked
I don't
in
even
prison?
remember you with hair though, so I don't know how you remember.
I remember with his hair, he used to look like John Travolta.
What if you got locked up?
Okay,
Say
now
that
you-
say that you committed some sort of unspeakable act or something, so you could get money to get hair plugs, right?
Okay.
And then they're like, okay, you have life in prison. It's like, all right, well, I'm gonna outlive all of you.
Well,
So you get out in 80 years and they're like,
Well, yeah, but when do you get out?
Wait,
that
yeah.
prison would have to crumble, and the media circus surrounding a limitless man.
you've heard people being convicted and sentenced to multiple life terms, which
Yeah.
I think is fucking stupid. It
what?
doesn't,
Yeah, I don't understand that.
it doesn't even make sense. Like when somebody's like, "Oh, you have 3 consecutive life terms." Like
Yeah, it's a
I fucking
waste
lived
of
once.
taxpayer money.
I fucking that doesn't even make sense.
Just put a bullet in their head, and
Oh.
who cares?
Well, I wasn't talking about that, but the idea that you're like you're convicted to multiple life sentences when you only live one of them. You only live one life.
Oh
But-
yeah.
But yes, if you did live an eternal life, then that's a great question. If you were a dick,
I don't know. That was quick if I did.
are you guys
I think
looking at
Brad
Brad's dick? over
There-
there?
there's
Brad
just-
has cum on his
I came from work. I haven't. Maybe it was.
Sorry for the
yesterday.
screeching halt to the podcast, but did you just jerk off?
I was only in the bathroom for a fucking minute.
No, I didn't think that he jerked off in the bathroom. I thought that he had jerked off a day ago, and
Oh, these are old cum
Pants again.
stains. These are old cum stains.
Hey,
Got you.
and on that, we're gonna take a cigarette break. We'll be right back.
I don't need this.
Are you tired of the same old routine?
My wife, my
Busting your hump and getting nowhere?
This just ain't my day.
The boss, is he always on your back?
The ass belongs in your chair, not in your lap, which is where you keep trying to put it. You bastard!
The wife and the kids. They never listen.
I hate to see him pissing his life away in that goddamn computer.
Do you ever feel like forgetting the whole thing?
You think I got it easy?
Well, now you can.
I'm talking about life!
Drop out and join the ranks of the few. The filthy. The trash.
I got my own place, a condominium.
Where else can you live for free? And eat for even less? Well, be forewarned. Freedom has its price. Yes, there's always a snake in the Garden of Eden.
What you got for me today?
Today, 10 or 5 $1.
Here's to you, pussy. Don't drink my flagrant.
What's the matter? You can't hold your liquor, huh?
Street trash. It's easy to find us. We're all over the place. Street trash.
All right, that cigarette was delicious. We're back, and Mr. Burns, you have a topic that you would like to discuss.
Yeah, I was holding this in the chamber until. Okay, so Chester had a really good idea when he was talking about prostitutes. For one thing, Brad has had a prostitute in this very apartment.
Oh, I forgot about her.
She wasn't a professional, but she was what she was.
I
and
completed.
She was a wheeler and dealer.
Yes, she was.
Never pay full price for a prostitute because you can always talk them down a few bucks.
It's like a used car.
I bought a prostitute, but it wasn't for me.
Thank you for that, Mr. Burns.
But Chester was talking about trannies, and I feel like this is a topic
No,
of conversation.
I wasn't talking about that. You guys.
Okay, so he can
In all
limit
fairness,
himself from this conversation only once. But we talked about trannies quite a bit, and since we're living in this culture now where transsexuals is a buzz topic, I feel like there's something that we could probably give to this topic if we pulled our minds together.
Yes.
So I've got a quandary. Okay, and this is a existential bit on human sexuality as it was. It might change your mind forever if you decide to listen to the whole thing. Okay, so nobody wants to suck a dick, right?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, yeah.
Brandon?
Like us, no.
Michael Benjamin?
No.
No, but I mean, there are people out there, I think, who do want
Well, we're talking about us, the people
Okay.
here present.
Okay.
Yeah, obviously people want to suck dicks.
Yeah, I mean,
And more power to them.
thank God for them. I'm actually very thankful for dick sucking.
Thanksgiving, we're thankful for people who want to suck dick.
Yeah, guys or girls, we love our dicks sucked.
Okay, but you think about it, it's like, you don't want a guy sucking your dick. You don't want Bruce Jenner sucking your dick, right?
No.
Yeah.
Probably not. But, Caitlyn Jenner. You want Caitlyn Jenner sucking your dick? You got to a bar, you're pretty drunk, and then...
Oh, I thought that's what you meant when you said Bruce Jenner.
No, I'm talking about Bruce Jenner and his, Olympic outfit with his dick hanging out of the shorts. Sucking your dick. You don't want that.
no, not him.
Nobody
Yeah.
wants that.
Are you asking
nobody
me
wants
would I
that.
rather Bruce Jenner or Caitlyn
Well,
Jenner?
no. Well,
No,
hear 'em
but-
out.
Okay, so what is gayer? You've got, what the hell's her name?
Caitlyn.
No, not Caitlyn Jenner. I don't even want to say the one that I said before. You've got,
Nicki Minaj.
the one that was in Hook. Okay, you got Nicki Minaj.
Well, Nicki Minaj is
Julia
not
Roberts
beautiful
was
to the masses.
Julia Roberts was in Hook.
That's what I meant.
Oh, Julia
Okay,
Roberts.
You've got
sorry.
Julia Roberts.
Okay.
Julia Roberts is a beautiful woman.
Yes.
Totally.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
change this.
Talk
You
to
got
me about
Charlize Theron.
Oh, yes.
Charlize
Also hot.
Theron is
Also hot.
incredibly beautiful.
Absolutely.
I mean, she is somebody who, if you had a one-night stand with her, you would bring her home to the folks the next day and
Oh, yeah.
immediately try and lock that up.
yes.
I would poke holes in the condom.
I would not get my rhythm
Okay.
motion down. I would totally complete inside of her.
Okay, so think about this. You've got Charlize Theron, and she identifies as a man. Like, she wants to go to men's bathrooms and piss because she doesn't see anything sexual about it. She actually, is sexually attracted to women in the women's bathroom. So you're dating Charlize Theron. She goes through this thing where she's like, I'm a man.
Does she have a dick now?
No, she doesn't have a dick now, but she uses a strap-on, and she wears it the entire time that
Is she pegging me?
Yeah, she's pegging you.
But can I fuck her still?
Yeah, but she's also wearing the strap-on. while
But she
you're fucking
so I get to fuck her, but she's also pegging me.
Yes.
I don't see a downside.
Okay. I think that is a perfectly acceptable response.
Is that
Absolutely.
what gender equality is all about?
But,
well,
get fucked and fucked?
Okay.
There's more to this discussion.
Okay, so on the flip side of this, you've got, Tom Holland. He's a new Spider-Man or whatever. He's a pretty good-looking dude. And he decides that he is a woman. And so he starts dressing himself up like a woman. He starts acting like a woman. In fact, if you saw him in public, you wouldn't know that he wasn't a woman. Like, he's stacked. He's got enough money for, fake tits. He hasn't gotten rid of his dick yet. Would you think that that's gay?
He has a penis?
But he thinks that he's a woman.
He's a woman.
With a penis?
Yeah.
I honestly, like, Charlize Theron with a strap-on is less gay than Tom Holland.
But you're still getting drilled in the ass with a dick.
So
without-
Charlize Theron, who thinks that she is a man, fucking you, is less gay than Tom Holland, who is got a dick and, he's...
Alright, let's put it this way. When Charlize and I fuck, I get to plow her into the vagina with my penis?
No, she doesn't let you fuck her vagina. She doesn't have one.
It's all butthole.
Oh.
So you're fucking both buttholes, no vagina. Yeah, she doesn't have a vagina.
She doesn't let you anymore because
Do I get to do anything with her vagina?
Huh?
Do I get to like lick her vagina or anything like
No,
that?
the most you can do is spit
She has
on
a
it.
fake set of balls that she keeps down there.
Yeah.
Until the surgery.
I still go Charlize. I feel like Tom Holland's butthole would be hairier.
All right. Well, you can also think about it this way. Charlize Theron is post-op. She still has her tits, but she's got a dick, a big hairy dick with balls. Or you've got Tom Holland, who doesn't have tits yet, but he wears like a padded bra when he goes out.
Charlize has got better tits.
He has a vagina.
Charlize has got better tits at this point.
So it's all about tits, even though Charlize Theron has a dick, and she is definitely going to use it.
Charlize is a better looking woman than.
But she's a man.
So it all depends on how attractive they are, then. How gay it is depends on how hot they are.
Yes.
So I get what you're saying here. If there was a person, I don't even. We're not going to name names. We're not going to call this a celebrity. But if there was a person that looked gorgeous, and I mean like we're talking like Charlize Theron gorgeous, but had a like male genitalia, would I fuck
And
that?
Identified as a man.
And identified as that man, as a man, would I fuck that person? That's a tricky question.
It is.
Michael Benjamin?
It's a tricky one, but I don't know. I would think that you'd have to really see like the whole transformation of like say that dude turn into a woman. You know, not very often do dudes that turn into women look that great as women who I really find attractive. Like take Jennifer Lopez, for instance. Take her versus someone, I don't know, another guy instead of Tom Holland who's
Like just a drag queen in a show.
But say
it's not gonna look as good as Jennifer Lopez.
You have to be
say that you don't see the transformation. They just tell you about it.
Yeah,
while you're on your first date.
Well, the thing is, though, like, how often have you ever came across someone, though, where you couldn't really tell that they were, you know, a little bit more masculine? Like, I've even run across women that I thought were way too, you know, masculine. I didn't want anything to do with them because of how masculine they looked just in their face. Whether they had tits or a pussy or not, I'm like, they look a little bit, you know, like...
Even if they identify as a female?
Well, I mean, I didn't know if they did or they didn't, but I assumed that they were female by the way they looked. Maybe that was wrong with me, but I was thinking, you know what, I was just basically going off of the facial, you know, my attraction to the facial, you know, and whether or not I was or not attracted to them facially, I would be like, yeah, no, I'm not thinking it, you know, I mean, whether I had seen their body or not, you know what I mean?
But what if you had, like, one too many rum and cokes, and you went down and you sucked a dick, but it's a woman. It's a woman, but it has a penis.
I wouldn't suck a dick.
But it's not woman.
That's the thing, though.
But it is a woman. It identifies as a woman.
What is the difference between a man and a woman? Physical? That seems a little bit selfish.
Well, technically, we're all born unknown until we start to slowly develop, you know, the male genitalia slowly either pushes out and develops like during that first quarter or whatever of
Discovery
gestation,
Channel,
or it doesn't, and that really is the kind of like I'm pretty sure we're all kind of born like females at first, and until whether or not the male
appropriate chromosome or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Seriously, I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. And then
testosterone or estrogen.
Because there's a lot of people that have actually been born with basically both, and the majority of them didn't even know it until like years and years later when they're like in their 40s, and then the doctor told them. Like I've seen stories of women that had both. And they didn't even know it. It was a very small percentage.
Did it give you a boner?
Isn't it the taint? You know, like that where you rub there.
It's like they have like they have a bigger clitoris than what you would perceive to ever see, and it was like
They didn't think. So is that why China was the 8th wonder of the world?
Yeah.
Okay, so I gotta say, going back to the Charlize Theron example, I've thought about this a little bit more, and if she has a real penis, I'm not into it. But if she has just a strap on, that's totally cool. And I don't know if maybe that's a hang up in me, but
you're not PC, dude.
But fuck it, I don't care. I'm not gonna be down with any person that has a real penis that's strapped to them, whether they identify as male or female.
But what's the difference between a strap on and like a real penis? Do you think you'll feel the veins throbbing while they're inside of you, or is it? I mean, it's both like an object being rammed into your asshole. Like, what's the difference? Like,
I don't know. I can't speak for that. I think it's just that, like,
as long as it's not attached and strapped on, you're good to go. But if it's attached to the body, fuck that.
Yeah. Plus, if it's like attached to the body, I feel like I might get an ass full of jizz, and I don't want that.
Well, what if she has like some sort of device rigged up to
where it like spills milk or something?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that?
You got drippage in your butthole, and then when you're done and you're hurting, it seeps out.
Like an anal cream pie?
And you feel like a violated young boy.
Yeah, see, I get where you're going with that. But at the same time, like, and again, I don't know what the hang up is, but if it's a fake penis filled with, like, fucking, like, cream of potato soup, like, I'll fucking go all day long. But if it's, like, fucking man with, like, man jism, no.
All right.
No.
But what if studies came out that showed that real jizz was good for like colon cancer compared to like the fake shit that was filled full of Charlie Theron's or whatever the fuck her last name is.
So if that were the case,
dump.
If that were the case, and like I had a family history of rectal cancer, then I would I would ask. I don't want to say make because that's not cool. We talked about Harvey Weinstein. But, like, I would ask that Charlize fill her fake fucking strap-on full of real man jizz. So that it...
Your own real man jizz?
Yeah.
Ooh. With your own... Okay,
wait, you were thinking about somebody else's?
And your... Actually, that's a good question. And your scenario would fucking... Your own man jizz prevent your own anal cancer.
All right, well, I'm going to throw another one at you. What if the type of rubber, and it's all rubber, there's no way around it, causes this?
What?
All right, the rubber that the strap-on was made with, no matter whose jizz goes in there, it's going to cause rectal cancer.
Probably more likely than skin.
Yes.
If it's a strap-on, I'm not going to put a rubber on it.
Well, no, she doesn't want you to wear a rubber. Or no tranny in that. God damn, we're kind of like narrowing it. I mean, all trannies aren't the same, right?
Am I talking about... Are we talking about me getting fucked in the ass with a fucking dildo?
Yeah.
Being worn by a tranny?
I'm trying to talk you into taking it from Tom Holland.
But, okay, being worn by Charlize Theron. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying that.
Well, not actually Charlize Theron, but some woman that you meet at a bar who kind of in the right light kind of looks like Charlize Theron.
Yeah.
So, like, Charlize Theron is a 10, this girl's a 4, I'll take it.
Let me just clarify, nobody in this room is ever getting Charlize Theron, whether she has a real dick or not.
I don't want her. Fuck her. Not literally. I mean, like, you know, like, fuck her figure.
You're still upset about Harambe.
Who?
The
Nothing.
gorilla that got dead. Anyways, so what were we talking about? Fucking Charlize fucking me with a dildo and condom.
And getting rectal cancer.
Yeah, because of the type of rubber, and all rubber, it has that cancer.
But if it's a dildo, I don't care if she's got a condom on. Why would I? She's not gonna make me pregnant.
That's not what he was meaning. He was
It's
meaning
not
to
a
say
condom,
that...
it's the rubber itself.
Yeah.
Oh, the rubber of the dildo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna give me...
Cancer.
Cancer.
Well, then I wouldn't do it. Why would I?
Yeah, who wants to get cancer from getting fucked? Unless you want to live forever.
Yeah, that's fucking retarded. Why would I do that?
Good point.
That's HPV.
Well, you didn't really
HPV,
think,
I mean,
didn't really think
basically-
that one all the way through now, did you?
Yeah, I guess not.
Okay, well, honestly, I mean, I would have to say I would fuck Tom Holland, who, you know, he is a woman. Like, he identifies a woman.
He does?
Well, no, not.
Oh, in this scenario.
In our scenario.
Okay.
Because eventually he is going to become 100% woman. And I would never fucking know the difference.
Yeah.
However, through the transformation, Charlize Theron is going to become monster with a dick. And you're eventually going to have to stay with that. And it's like, through the entire relationship, you think about, you know, the arguments that you have with your significant other and shit like that. When you're arguing with Tom Holland, it's going to be you're arguing with a woman. But when you're arguing with Charlize Theron, who wants to have a dick, you're arguing with a dude. Like, it's all about the relationship dynamic. What do you want to live with? Because if you wanted to just live with a dude, then fucking live with a dude.
But aren't you kind of bringing it back to what you just said earlier about brass tacks coming down to whether or not it's about the female genitalia or the male genitalia? And is that what really brings, you know, gender to, you know, what it is?
Well, absolutely. That's the entire point of what I was making. The genitalia doesn't exactly make it. It's what the end game is. I mean, if you've got somebody who's like, you know, they got cold feet and they're dragging their feet at, you know, getting their dick lopped off, that's one thing. That's going to become an argument. But it's going to become an argument with a chick who happens to have a dick. But if you've got an argument with somebody who won't let you have sex with their vagina because they don't identify that way and they feel that it's not them and it reminds them of their dad or their uncle or whatever, or, you know, some sort of weird shit that I don't know why the fuck you would want to have a dick if you had a vagina, because vaginas are awesome.
Yeah.
But that's just my own personal standpoint. And it's like, there's so many people out there right now that have, you know, one or the other, and they want the other. And, I mean, they want to live normal lives like us. They want to become alcoholics who just hang out and watch TV all day with different genitalia for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But you think about it, and it's like, that was always my quandary when it came to people who were so upset about, you know, Caitlyn Jenner. And I mean, who gives a shit? It's like, if Caitlyn Jenner, and that's actually a different subject, Caitlyn Jenner identifies as a woman, but she is also attracted to women. So Bruce Jenner decides, well, I want to get tits and my dick cut off, but I still want to eat pussy and scissor. I've always wanted to try scissor.
How does that work
when they cut
I
the
don't
dick
even
off?
care about all that shit. It feels like so much of that is just thrown out there for the hoopla of it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like, and I'm all for like people like being who they want to be, like, you know, like being that inner self and like not being afraid to express that part of them. But at the same time, you have to question somebody like a Bruce, Caitlyn Jenner, what their motivation is when they are a reality television star.
Oh yeah.
Is it? And I hate to say that. I certainly hope it's not the case. I certainly hope that this is something that she truly wanted to do. But at the same time, you have to look at what the surrounding facts are and say, you could easily see this being a fucking ploy to just bring attention or spotlight to you.
Was Caitlyn just bored? Was her career just kind of drowning?
Exactly.
And I mean, that kind of goes back to the same argument, though, is, the victims of the Harvey Weinstein shit. Would they have said anything if they went on, they were millionaires?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see successful people really bringing out the entire being sexually abused thing. You see people who didn't really make it that far bringing up that,
Well, when you have a career to think about, and it sucks that it comes down to that, but when you have a career to think about, you have to consider the fact that speaking out against somebody can totally tank your career. And while you shouldn't think about that, you should think about the possibility of future victims.
But okay, let's not get too off.
Yeah, we're going up.
The reason that I even brought that up was the fact that maybe some people just do it because they're bored. I mean, fucking Bruce Jenner, Caitlyn Jenner.
Oh, the
now.
sex change thing. I got you. Yeah.
Caitlyn Jenner fucking won an Olympic gold medal. Goddamn champion. And then just hung out with the Kardashians and just was a bit character on their show. And it's like, maybe, Caitlyn wanted to become more popular,
what drove him to that.
And it's like,
those people.
Because you think about it, and it's like, Caitlyn Jenner has not changed her life at all. She's still interested in women, but now,
it's not weed.
She just doesn't have a dick and she has tits.
And you hope
she doesn't have a period.
And you really fucking hope that wasn't the real motivation.
I really hope so too, because think
it would then.
Caitlyn Jenner was voted like Woman of the Year, Person of the Year, some shit.
Yeah.
It's like
But why
that
is
would
she
be shitting all over transgender.
It would be shitting everything they're pushing forward.
Yeah, why would she be Person of the Year? I mean, never mind. Shit. I mean, what?
I mean, that's a can of worms talking about that entire thing.
Let's not even go there. So
no, I get.
But I'm just talking about, would you rather suck a real dick or would you rather suck a plastic dick?
Plastic.
A plastic dick belonging to a guy.
Yeah, so
or
you
a
got
real dick belonging to a woman.
You got a plastic dick, but you're talking like I'm talking to you as you suck me, but it's plastic. But then, I'm sorry, hold on, but you got a real dick, like a fucking skin dick, and they're like, oh god, it made me feel so good. I want to touch my titties. What would you rather have, like, me taking your bald head and fucking throat fucking you with my plastic dick if I was a female, or me with my skin dick being all like romantic and like
thick dick.
Well, I want to hear your guys' takes. Ron?
Well, I mean, I already said my take
Tom
2 or 3 times. But it just, the thing about this is there's not a real answer. And I mean, they're both gay. They're both gay as fuck. Talking about sucking a dick, plastic or otherwise, is gay as fuck. But we're all a little gay.
Well,
I mean, we're just fucking humans.
Alright, you're getting into a conversation that we've had before. And for some reason, I don't know why, during that night, I went a little nutso and fucking... I don't know if you remember that.
Out to me.
I don't know if you remember that night.
You'd suck the flesh dick and the fucking plastic.
Okay, no, I did not come out and I did not suck any dicks, flesh or rubber, fake, plastic, whatever you want to call them. But me and Burns over there were having a convo very similar to this with a couple other friends.
There were no other friends.
Yes, there were. You don't remember this?
No.
Really? Because an ex-girlfriend of mine definitely, I'm sure, would remember this. Of me basically going like, saying, what are you guys fucking talking about? You're definitely gay if you want to suck your own dick or this and that and all these different things. We talked about all those things during that night. About how, you're... And I don't know why I was so adamant, though, about, like, wanting to call everyone gay who,
Faggot.
basically wanted to touch yourself and everything.
Ah.
I don't know. I get that you want to say that everyone's a little bit gay, and the fact that they might find someone attractive just as well. They might find what they think is their normal, sexual attraction to people. But I don't know. I don't really think though that everyone's really a little bit gay, because if you're a little bit gay, then wouldn't you act on those things, or would you not? I mean,
it depends on how much gay you are. I would make out with John Hamm right now.
I think it
Really?
depends on-
However,
I think there's motivations involved.
I mean, I get it, but
if Scarlett Johansson was here in the room, that's always like my like peak example of a fucking woman, and she was like, "I will let you fuck me." And anyway,
in one condition,
and
you
any
gotta suck Mr. Burns' dick
exactly
to completion, and you have to swallow.
Exactly.
Only until you do that, then you get to fuck me,
And then you get to fuck
come
her.
in, you get to come inside her if you swallow him.
Exactly.
is it the next day or do you have to
It's
do
that
it right
night.
after that?
It's
'Cause that
all-
would
It's all
probably have
in
a
the
few
same
things
game.
It's all in the same
You're
game.
reading my mind right now. You're fucking reading my mind right
Well,
now.
hold on. Before we go to what you're reading your mind is, I just wanted to say though, for me, truly, I don't know. I could not ever imagine myself ever be accepting to the idea of someone putting whether it's a real or a fake dick in my ass or my mouth for that matter.
Not even the tip?
No, dude. I mean,
Jeez.
You don't
I
like
mean-
fingers in your ass?
You're a bashful little
I just
girl.
don't see that ever coming into play for
Seriously.
me.
Have you really had the finger in the
Whether
ass?
there is money involved or any of that shit, I mean, it's not worth
Yeah,
it to me.
I've heard about dudes liking their buttholes and licked and their fingers and I don't know, man.
Try it.
I don't know. Yeah,
okay,
I'm good on
before you
that
buy
too.
Can we talk about the finger in the ass for a second? It's fucking fantastic.
Okay, and you also think about it, when you're masturbating, you're grabbing a dick.
Yeah, my own.
Yeah, well, it's a dick.
I'm telling you,
Yeah, so
if
That's
a
a
girl,
little bit gay.
that's to say that every woman too that pleasures herself is
A little bit gay.
Why wouldn't any girl not be partial lesbian? Because the woman body is just amazing.
but that's what you
Amazing.
think. That's,
Yeah,
that's-
I mean, if I was a chick, I'd be a fucking lesbian.
It is.
I mean,
obviously.
shit, we just
Yeah.
watched China eat out somebody.
Yes.
but
I never
seriously,
knew that China was a lesbian.
if you
I didn't
ever,
either. I just did it because pussies are amazing.
Yeah,
You wouldn't
exactly.
Eat a pussy.
Yeah.
if you ever get the opportunity, let a girl put her finger in your butthole.
I never will. Never.
While she's blowing you.
I mean,
because
call
it
me
is
PC incorrect.
fucking-
Oh, where she's blowing you.
I don't anything
Yes.
near
Doesn't
my
have to be
butthole.
I was thinking the
It's
other
during sex
word,
altogether.
licking the asshole. That's definitely, yeah, that's spectacular. Oh yeah, I'll definitely give that 2 thumbs, if not 3 or 4 thumbs up. Not my asshole, but for the liking of the licking of the asshole.
Yeah.
What, you like your asshole licked, or you like licking broads' assholes?
Both.
Right on.
Totally both.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely both.
But I'm telling you,
Well,
getting a finger up
We
there.
all say both, but there's a
No
lot
thanks.
of people out there that would be very disgusted of
Who gives
people
a shit?
licking assholes
Those
because.
people need to
Okay.
get their assholes licked.
Let me
Yeah.
just define for sure of asshole being licked. It's not a dirty asshole. It's a clean asshole. And every time I've ever licked it, so
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean,
But what about
I'm not
the
going in
people
there
that
thinking,
lick
oh, I
your
can't wait for that
asshole?
nutty taste.
Well,
Oh, mine
actually,
too.
in
Mine
the words,
too. Mine's always
in
been
the
very
words
prepped
of-
and ready to go.
Prepped, you keep yours clean?
Yeah.
Nice.
in the words of your cousin, butthole tastes a lot better than it smells.
I hope so.
And I will say,
I think
My-
about that every time I read it.
my one precaution, if you're going to get a girl to finger your butthole, which you shouldn't, if you're going to make that happen,
Don't bite your nails, girls.
keep them trim. Actually, it's the fucking nail thing. That's the only bad part, is that fucking nail scraping the inside of your anus. That's not fun. But otherwise, it's fucking fantastic.
I think girls will say the same thing that any guy or any woman for that matter is going up in their, fucking area like, hey, your nails need to be smoother because I'm feeling a whole lot of scrape, And I don't like that. That's not giving my
Yeah, I mean, if you have like fucking like Dracula nails and you're trying to like finger bang a girl,
it's called being a courteous lover. You're not just going to go in there with the fucking knife.
So what do you do?
Swiss pocket knife on the end of your finger. Like, let's
say you're spontaneous. Then say you're spontaneous. It's fucking random Tuesday or whatever it is, you know. In the morning, for that matter.
Then don't do it.
You need to clip your shit, but you forget. But you forget there, Mr. Burns, like we all do.
You've got 5 fingers on each hand. You don't have one hand.
So just like we said before about the mid-cum, you're about to condom breaks, you know it breaks, you're gonna come in or you're gonna pull out, whatever you're gonna do. I don't know, we discussed it before, but same thing with the finger. You want her to get her a little bit ready, and you know, you realize as you're already in her, you're like, ah, shit, I forgot these fingernails or whatever jagged shit. Probably ain't gonna feel that great. She isn't noticing yet, but you definitely for sure think she will, and you already notice. You're gonna stop or you're gonna proceed.
Depends on the reaction of the girl.
Yeah.
She's into it, I keep going.
Yeah, you don't want to Weinstein her.
But at the same time,
shit happens.
I have anxiety. I bite my nails. I will never have to worry about that.
Wouldn't you biting your nails be making it kind of?
You can always keep your nail.
Are you a nail biter?
Yeah, I am a nail biter.
Yeah, I'm noticing you bite your nails.
How are you guys fucking biting your goddamn nails?
It's probably butthole play.
Because I have anxiety. I told you, it's fucking shit. Girls will never have to
I didn't read the article earlier that I was about to click on that said, why do we bite our nails? I don't care. I don't want to know.
Oh, you don't have
People are stupid and retarded people that want to bite their nails. All the people who bite their nails should die.
Hey, PC.
Hey,
dropping that R word.
All the people that are listening and bite your nails,
dropping that R
kill
word.
yourselves. Just saying.
You have a lot to live
yourself.
for. Live forever.
All right. Kill yourself.
Live forever.
Kill yourself.
Internal life.
I wish I could.
Internal?
Whatever. I don't give a fuck. I've been drinking Beast Ice.
Oh, you sloppy bastard.
That's right. You look as sloppy as me right now, motherfucker.
Alright, so speaking of people that bite their nails and wanting to kill yourself, we've got a topic that's completely different from both of those. We just had one of the great American icons of our century die at the age of 81.
86. He was 86.
83, Michael Benjamin.
Oh, okay. I was off by 3 years. Sorry, come me. Oh, wait, don't worry. I will.
Hey, live in it now, motherfucker.
Anyway, he died around 80 or so.
83.
83.
He was 83.
What are we talking about? The guy from
Charlie Manson.
Partridge Family? I don't know how old he was.
Oh,
he was one of
that's
the
what I was
Beach
getting confused
Boys.
with.
David Cassidy. Yeah.
He was 86.
Yeah, motherfucker.
He's the Beach Boys?
Get your American icons right. No, he's in the Partridge Family.
Alright, who the fuck cares about the Partridge Family? We're talking about probably one of only 2 of the Beach Boys who could ever surf, and that is Charlie Manson.
I knew you were talking.
Charlie don't surf. Charlie don't fucking surf.
Nobody in the Beach Boys surfed, except for
Brian
one
Wilson
that died when he was
whose house was his fucking clan camped out at?
Brian's house?
Was it Brian Wilson? He was the nutball, wasn't he?
No, Brian Wilson's brother.
Dennis.
Dennis Wilson was the only one who knew how to surf. And he died.
That's why they made this shirt. It's like Charlie don't surf.
But anyway, Charles Manson could have been one of the most brilliant minds of our century.
Why do you say that, Burns?
Well, Charles Manson didn't take any shit.
No, he did not.
Charles Manson didn't give any shit. Charles Manson cared nothing about the human race as much as we cared about Charles Manson.
Okay, fair enough, but I think you can say that about a few people. What makes him one of the more brilliant minds? What escalates?
I think that Charles Manson had the potential to be a Jesus Christ sort of figure if we were still back in the day. I mean, who's to say that Jesus Christ wasn't just a kind of nihilistic idealist?
Didn't Charlie Manson eat people?
No, that's Jeffrey Dahmer.
It's Dahmer, dude.
He what he did was he
He was a cultist.
he was pissed
a
off
cultist.
at somebody
James
that was
Jones.
supposed to record for him, and they lived in Sharon Tate's house, but this was like 6 months afterwards, and they had moved out, and he sent his disciples to it's like, fucking kill them all, man. You promised Charlie something, and Charlie needs what he needs, whatever. Charlie was fucking crazy, but,
He was charismatic.
Yeah, I mean...
He offered them sex and drugs to hang out with him. And he looked like Charles Manson. And they thought that was a plus.
Well, apparently they were very, lured to him because he was such an attractive male, at least within their confines. And then he had a very good singing voice, and he was, very, alluring to them and anybody around him.
If Charlie was a tranny, would you fuck him?
Oh, I would fuck him as long as he had that Nazi fucking tattoo on his forehead, or in his forehead.
So I was searching some Charlie quotes. I like this one. Pain's not bad. It's good. It teaches you things. I understand that. Because, at the end of the day, pain, you gotta live through the hardship to make you realize the better things, right? Yeah.
What was the difference between Charles Bukowski and Charles Manson?
Not much.
Charles Manson did the things that he talked about.
Bukowski
And he didn't just write about things that he did.
Charles Manson was a visionary. Everybody else was just remembering things that they did vividly.
So you think about it, and it's like, what's worse?
Is that Charlie? All right, hey, we're gonna give you an excerpt of one of Charlie's songs. Hey, the guy wasn't a bad singer. Hey, Bruns might like this quote. This is from Charlie. Living is what scares me. Dying is easy.
Yes.
And Michael Benjamin, potentially.
I want to get that printed on the inside of my underwear.
Getting up every day and going through this again and again is hard. Anyway, anybody that's ever watched a horror movie, have you guys ever conjured the thought of maybe seeing the Manson family meets the Wolfman or some sort of B flick movie? The Manson family was such an iconic horror fucking symbol.
Manson Squad?
The Manson Squad, yeah, dude.
Where they're going against the Universal Monsters.
They did some crazy fucking shit, but I guess it came because it was in the summer of love, so it was so... I guess the 60s never saw anything like it, but nowadays it's Jesus Christ, motherfuckers are shooting up schools every other day.
Every week there's a shooting.
Yeah, but nobody will ever be
But it's not in the cultist fashion. It's more like a fucking lone gunman kind of thing.
I don't think they could ever get back to that type of era where they're able to synthesize such a fucking a common agreement to go that extreme. You know what I mean?
Can one person influence people to do something that terrible?
I don't think it can happen that much more anymore because
I absolutely think it could happen.
It could happen, yes. I'm not saying it couldn't ever happen.
People are more sheep nowadays because of the social media, connecting, follow
People are constantly, but every day people are checking in to see what's on,
and they're not tuning out.
Yeah, they're not tuning out because they're
LSD is not available like it used to be.
Well, but if it was, I think it'd be much better because what they're tuning into, they need to be more aware of. Where really, it's just
But so you guys think with nowadays with how social media is set up and how people are such fucking sheeps that there couldn't be a cult as strong and as big as the man. I mean,
are you kidding me?
I know, that's what I'm saying. Are you kidding me?
I don't think so.
They don't
No.
think
The
so.
American public?
No, I don't think
How
so.
did
I really
Trump
don't.
get elected president?
I knew you were gonna bring that up, and I was gonna say the same goddamn thing.
Not even
But-
Trump.
I mean,
How does anybody get elected president? It's just a bunch of fucking stupid people that believe in this one person,
didn't you vote for
their
him?
general idea.
When here's my thing, when somebody can go out there and claim fake news and people believe that, you can get people to fucking believe anything. When something, especially when something comes out that's negative about you, and all you have to do is go out and say, no, that's fucking fake news, and people fucking believe it. Like, people don't even doubt it for a goddamn second.
I want to drop a positive Manson quote real quick. I like this one. As long as there's hate in your heart, there will be hate in the world. You can't fight for peace, and you cannot capture freedom. Fucking pretty. I mean,
I'd vote him for president.
okay, let's not. I'm not trying to deny the fact that the man did have intellect above no other. I'm not saying that at all. But let's not.
That's a good quote, but you have to have hate in your heart to murder.
Exactly.
Exactly. Let's not.
Yeah, he didn't do shit. He was back at the compound.
Murder.
He was back at the Spawn Ranch dropping acid fucking broads.
It doesn't matter.
Maybe the people that murdered didn't have hate in their heart either. They were just doing a job.
Maybe it was Tex Watson all
Do you think that people that go across seas and murder people have hate in their heart?
The soldiers that fight for America?
That's totally different. And I'm not saying that, like...
I mean, isn't like George Bush, fucking Barack, and all of them called
You're
leaders?
bringing on world
They're leading
war
to kill
here
people.
when these people that were succumbed to Manson and his derivative fucking natures, they didn't know what the hell to fucking believe, because they were individuals who were stuck in a time where they didn't know who they were and they didn't know what to fucking believe besides, hey, I'm gonna go with this person instead of think for myself. So
You can say
Manson
the
was
same.
trained.
You can say the same thing about troops.
Okay,
you can say
yes,
the
you
same
can.
thing about
Like,
troops.
different.
You can say the same thing about troops believing in fucking Bush, like, or fucking
not condoning-
Obama, or fucking Trump.
I'm not condoning any
Or
kind of
Donald.
I'm not condoning any kind of war about killing innocent civilians of any sort or anything like that. And I'm not saying the
They're
wars that
all
we've had in the
soldiers.
past are bad. You can't fucking try to say that Manson's fucking children were fucking soldiers.
They were, weren't
How were
they?
they not? They
Yeah.
did his bidding.
And soldiers of what though? Of what? Of what?
The fucking race
Killing
war.
innocent people?
The race
What
war.
were they trying to by
Dude, you
carrying
got
Sharon
American
Tate?
They were
soldiers killing.
for the cause.
What was the cause then? What was Manson?
He
really
wanted
trying
to start a
fight?
race war.
No, they were the.
I know what he was
troops for
trying to do.
Cosby. The cause.
But he wasn't stopping anything like killing Sharon Tate.
Goddamn.
Like Sharon Tate, there was no goddamn war that was to be won.
This bitch is gonna talk about our trust and racer. You need to support the cause.
All right, now just to be clear, I don't think any of us are suggesting that people who are in like armed forces are as equally bad as people who are.
Absolutely.
That's what it sounds like you fuckers are trying to say right now.
But at the same time, people who.
This is. I'm not.
But at the same time, people who believe the shit that fucking. God damn it! I'm fucking.
You got it, buddy. You got it.
At the same time, the people who believe this shit and who perpetrate this shit and who fucking commit horrible, horrible atrocities on behalf of this asshole are horrible. But I get it. At the same time, you can say that people who are like going to Iraq or going to Afghanistan, they're believing in
their cause.
And their cause, exactly. And I get that, but it's you have to separate the two.
Why?
Yeah, really, why? I mean, there are impressionable people, and there will always be impressionable people, and they might back up a misguided cause.
Yeah.
And some of them spend 40 years in jail, and some of them, you know,
I believe
march on.
I will split it down right now. The difference is this, and simply this, is the fact of the matter, the people who were killing for Manson's so-called cause of virtue or race or
The
whatever
race
the
war.
fuck he was, that these people that were, you know, that were okay with doing these acts with Manson's orders, they didn't have a career on the line. They didn't have families waiting for money and food or anything like that. They were just lost fucking children that were just looking for someone to guide them.
Which is most of the enlistees.
Whereas people who go into the military, I'm not, once again, not condoning
They
any
don't
kind
have
of
money,
war
they're from broken
or any
homes.
military or anything like that, that people sometimes go to an outlet that maybe
The
can
military.
save them to try to get money, try to earn a degree, or try to earn a fellowship or an apprenticeship or some sort of stuff like that.
And you don't think that's
And-
all the Manson kids were trying to do?
But not every fucking person who goes into the military does that. Where the people in the Manson family, what are they going to gain from that? Being Manson's second man or second
Well, they
woman or
believe in
whatever?
the same bullshit like that we went to war for. Like, did they believed in the cause, which you got people dying for their cause.
That doesn't mean kill your own people, especially innocent people.
Bruns, what do you
The
think?
only difference between people who are in the Manson family and heroes is the ability to be able to say no.
First of all, let's not call them heroes because I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be on the offense of military people because I'm not at all. But I don't like the fact that everybody who goes in the military is a fucking hero.
Okay, that's
You're a
exactly what
goddamn hero for
I'm. That's
being a
exactly
fucking
what I'm
military
talking
man.
about. Some people go in there for the cause, but it's all to act out some sort of sick fantasy in their head because they have free range. They can do whatever they want.
You don't go into the military without the thought of you're going to have to kill a motherfucker. So somebody signs up because they want to kill somebody.
You can say the same about the police force.
But
yeah, that too.
But if you think about it, what separates, the military from, say, a Squeaky Fromm is that she didn't feel like she was able to say no.
But why though? That's her fucked up
Because
delusion.
that's all that she had, just like you were saying before.
She got herself in that delusion though.
She had no family to support. She had no anything. The only family that she had to support was the Manson family.
And her acid trips and
So
her
it just
party,
comes
her
down
free
to
living.
circumstances and incidental, situations.
Yeah,
that
the
you
same
work.
as the
You gotta-
military and the fucking family.
I have known some people in the military who have done some brutal, cruel, fucked up shit.
As have I.
And the fact that you could say no, and that's not even to your superior officer, that's to yourself. That you could be in a situation where you can do whatever. It's a free-for-all. And you say, this is what I believe in. I'm not going to do this.
So then wouldn't you say, though, more than likely, though, the difference mainly is that it's life or death for a soldier more than none than it is for a person who might have been succumbed to Manson's fucking maniacal fucking Olsen twins of the Olsen twins?
Yeah, but what is the difference? Because if you have no outside reach, if this is the greatest thing that you have came to, you suddenly end up in Kevin Spacey's bed. Are you going to suck his dick or are you not?
Exactly.
What do you personally believe in?
It comes down to survival. On what you really want out of your life and
But
what makes you happy.
are you going to do it because it's going to help your wife and kids? Is that why you're going to suck Kevin Spacey's dick?
So is that what was the Manson family doing then?
Or are you going to do it because you have no wife and kids and you have nothing outside of sucking Kevin Spacey's dick?
So once again, it goes back to the whole delusion factor of what really is possibly going to help you or not help you. Because more than likely, whatever you think is going to help you, it's probably not going to fucking help you. Note that down, listeners.
However, nothing in the Manson family helped them or did it because that's all that they had. Every single thing that you do in life If you go to the movies or, okay, Brad asked me to go to a turtle show with them, and I go. I don't fucking give a shit, really, where I'm going, but I want to hang out with Brad. So that sounds fun. And if you get into such, like, an isolated environment that it's like, oh, well, we're just going to go out there and kill Sharon Tate and look through her old comic books that I heard that she has online. And I'm like, all right, I'll do that. Because that's all that I know. All that I know is fucking hate and rage and, violence.
Well, I don't think they were taught hate and rage. I think they were taught, like, this motherfucker instilled in them the race war's coming. And we want to spark it off, or we're going to move into the canyon. And these kids, they were kids, man. They were like 19-year-old, 20-year-old kids, just like fucking soldiers that enlist. But yeah, granted, they get fucking, college scholarships and shit. Well, these kids, they're in the 60s. You got the Vietnam War going on and shit. Half of them are probably dodging the fucking Vietnam War. And then they go into this guy, he's feeding them acid, giving them food, showing them a good time, and fucking he's preaching to them while they're constantly in a fucked up state. We're going to war with Blackie. And that's what he called him. He called him Blackie. We're going to war with Blackie. He instilled that in the motherfuckers. Yes, he was a brainwasher, but that's the point we're going to. It's just like when we went to war for Iraq and all that bullshit, we weren't fighting terrorists. We were fucking setting up oil wells for the rich motherfuckers to get rich.
You're right, Brad.
No different than Manson.
I shouldn't victim shame the Manson family children because that's wrong. Because they didn't know what they were doing. Manson's just a genius and he can manipulate anybody.
I'm not like trying
It's wrong, though, to victim shame people. Remember that, fellas. Don't victim shame the Manson family.
But if we're talking about comparing like soldiers of Manson to soldiers of the United States Army, when you sign up,
there's a difference, obviously, but
when you sign up,
what we're trying to say is, all right, go fight for America or go fight for the race war in your cause, what you know, and what you're isolated to know.
But when people sign up for the United States Army, and I don't mean to be all gung-ho on the troops or anything like that, but when you sign up for the United States Army, you believe that you're fighting for your country. Like, not like an individual, you're fighting for your country, you're fighting for freedom and all that stuff. And granted, it may not be true. You may be thrown over into fucking Iraq,
fighting for the oil wells.
Exactly. It's all bullshit. But at the same time, you still believe that you're fighting for your country and you're fighting for freedom, you're fighting for independence, all that.
So what's the difference with these fucking stupid kids?
The difference is you're fighting for an individual. Those kids are fighting for an individual and an individual.
But it's not an individual, it's the family. The Manson family.
It doesn't matter. It's a family versus a country. Versus a country.
Well, that's their country. It was Spawn Ranch, man. That was their country. They were going to move into a goddamn hole and fucking wait out the race riot, and then Manson was going to be. They're impressionable kids.
It's surely impressionable, but at the same time, what sounds more logical? Fighting for like your country against a fucking like a communistic government or a fucking like a fucking army who has weapons of mass destruction, even if it is a lie, and it's totally a lie, and it's bullshit, and I agree with that. But at the same time, we can't say that fucking people who signed
but you're preaching like the same lies that this stupid fucker incorporated in these.
But it makes it sound like we're saying
and I'm not saying like what the motherfuckers did.
But it makes it sound
kosher.
It makes it sound like we're saying that fucking people who sign up for the army or whatever are as gullible as people who fucking agreed to do the bidding of fucking Charles Manson. And that's
what we're trying to say is they find themselves in the same situation where they're fucking without family, in need of somebody, and they fucking cling to something.
They target the same
people. They need
people.
money.
They target the same kind of people.
How many people actually sign up to want to defend their country? Or do they sign up because they know that this is decent money It's a steady income, and all you have to do is be there.
Yeah.
And then it's going to pay for your college. It's going to pay for anything that you want to do. I will fucking bet you solid money right now that a majority of people that go into the Army don't want to go in there to kill people. They want to go in there to further their career, and they do not have the assets to further their career.
Exactly.
They don't have somebody
I think
to
it
pay for their
depends.
college.
I think it really depends.
They don't have a mom and dad who's going to buy them a new car.
Any fucking
all that shit.
any grunt in the military doesn't have shit. Yeah, okay, the higher ups, they get to go to fucking school and get their stripes. Yeah, whatever. Most of the military is fucking poor people.
Oh, I'll give you that.
Am I wrong?
No. I'll give you that.
And I want to victim shaming though. I want to know about what the fuck.
The fucking rich moving the chess pieces, and the chess pieces are the fucking poor. I totally agree with that.
Well, hold on. It's still about like what career you really pick, though. You could be in the military your whole fucking life, and that's what you choose. Or you're also in the military and you choose like another career, like say you want to be a lawyer. You can do all that. Go through their schooling, stay in the military still, and be a lawyer. Or be a doctor, or whatever. Any of those things, I'm just naming those two things because they're like most predominant type of things that sometimes people go in there to get cheaper schooling for.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying that like it depends, like you said, Chester, on what you really want to do, how you want to do your life. I agree, Bruns, that yes, majority of people probably definitely don't want to go in there like, I just want to kill people. Although I have had friends who went in there that were aiming just to do that.
Yeah, me too.
And I would guess around 60 or 65% of those people that I've known that went in military were wanting to do that. But there's other people wanted just to go to be able to, yes, they wanted to be able to, help fight for freedom and help other people, but they were furthering their own lives to be able to go educate themselves, go travel the world. Like, I really want to name a name right now because he's a really cool dude, but I haven't talked to him in a long time, so I probably shouldn't. I want to say he's Mr. B. And this dude, he's a straight up, like, really cool, awesome guy. Hell of an athlete, hell of a freaking, intellect. He is just, like, he's been around the world, and he's been in the military, been a Marine, and he's, he just knows so many things, but it's not because, I'm sure he would thank, the military and the Marines for all that, but at the same time, he made that decision, to go where he wants to try to pursue things and travel and live amongst other people in Japan and Korea and Germany and fucking, Great Britain and all those places, that are just places we would all love to go. So yeah, there are some downsides to the military, but at the same time, there are upsides to people that really are passionate about trying not to just be infantry and, just wanting to just be about killing people. Because not everyone's just wanting to fucking kill each other like some Americans.
Can I chime in and say that we need to be more funny?
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
We do.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining in. This episode was kind of dark. We promise you we won't give you too many dark episodes. But what we say here is just our own crazy nonsense.
Transgender with strap-ons.
Yeah. So don't take this to heart. It's just opinions, discussions. We totally 120% support our military. We were just trying to give comparisons, but
and we support transgender too.
Yeah, we do.
Transgender military
and LeBron James. Yeah,
as long as you're not trying to kill yourself or your fellow deployment.
All right, we love y'all, and until next time.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Gobble, 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 gobble.
You. Guy party.
Guy party.
Party.